Hey guys, happy holidays, and no, I haven't answered the last video's questions or whatever yet, and I'll get to that later. Anyway, I'm back with some more records and a couple of books and things to show you. We got New Year's coming up, and I'm gonna be glad when it's over because this past year has been a real killer as far as people, celebrities, and musicians passing away, and it kind of sucked. The last one here recently was Carrie Fisher, and Ted Nugent is still alive. Damn it. Anyway, okay, we'll get to the records. First off, there's a little story that goes with this one. This is Chris Cornell, uh, Higher Truth. Now, I ordered this off of eBay, I believe. It's a double album. It's a really good album. I think it's one of his best releases as far as his solo music goes. And there's a lot of acoustic versions of this on YouTube you should check out. Um, but anyway, the story. I ordered this on eBay. I picked it up at the post office, and along with this, I had like 4 or 5 other packages. And somehow, when I was getting into the car, I must have put this on the roof of the car when I was loading my other stuff, and I forgot all about it. Took off, and it must have flew off of the roof, and somebody picked it up. And after I got home, I'm like, oh hell, I think I lost a package. I remember picking up this flat, I said that must be a flat box, like a record. And I thought back, and I remembered I put it on top of the car, and I didn't grab it back off. Now, I went back, obviously, and checked to see if somebody turned it in or if it was still laying in the road somewhere, and it wasn't. The jingling sound you hear is Morty playing with his ball. Anyway, nobody turned it in, and I just wrote it off. I thought nobody's going to turn it in. Somebody's got a record. They'll probably go sell it down at the record store or someplace. So, what did I do? I ordered another one. This time I ordered it off Amazon. And so now I have 2 of these. As you can see, this one is sealed. And if there's somebody out there that wants to trade for this, I am willing to trade for it. And I would rather it be here in the States rather than the high costs of Canada at the moment. Because I do have a Halloween prize from way last year that I have not mailed to a guy in Canada. If you're watching this, I still remember and I still have it, and I need to find your address again. I feel like a real jerk or craphead for not mailing that out in over a year. But then there's a couple other stuff I need to send out too that I still have not. But I will eventually get to it. But if somebody wants to trade for this record, let me know. It is a good, very good record. And I got some more here. Kind of go through these rather quickly so we don't have a long video. York, Greatest Hits. Leon Redbone, Long Way From Home. The early recordings. I always liked his stuff. The Chi-Lites, Greatest Hits. I like to pick up these Greatest Hits albums because then I don't have to go out and buy 5, 6, or more albums just to get the good songs. And here we have a sealed copy of the Electric Company, the oddball type thing. Morgan Freeman was in this show when I was a kid. I remember getting up and this would come on directly after Sesame Street. I think it was after. It could have been before. And I just know they were both back to back when I was a kid. The Best of Spirit. And let's see. The Psychedelic Experience. This was a Black Friday release, and I never opened it yet. And it's Timothy Leary LSD thing, and I still have not listened or opened this because I might trip out or something. Okay, I'm gonna put some more here. A few more. Mad Season, Above. Good record. They finally released this on an album or re-released it or something. Beck, Odelay. Sam Cooke, The Man and His Music, and I do believe this is another greatest hits compilation, and it's a 2-record set. I haven't listened to this yet, but I look forward to hearing it, listening. And lastly, The Hollies Evolution featuring Carrie Ann. That's kind of a psychedelic looking cover there. And let's see, I also have some more books to share with you guys. As you know, I'm more Pulp Fiction books. I'm a big Pulp Fiction fan, and I just came across about 50 Pulp Fiction books right around the holidays, and I was like, wow, I got some books to show Kurto the next 10 episodes. Anyway, we have Bury Me Deep. And this is, she was wearing panties and a black bra, and that was all. I opened the door to my apartment and found her there. Jordan, she said in a whisper, you're late. Lawyer Scott Jordan returned home to find an unknown blonde clad in practically nothing and very drunk. The inner man whispered, don't be a chump, Jordan. Go ahead. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. But the lawyer in him was suspicious. Easy, old boy, as he looked at his crotch. No, that wasn't in there. Easy, old boy, go lightly. All that glitters is not gold. He sent her home in a cab, but she never got there. Her next step was the morgue. Under suspicion of murder, Scott Jordan, newest detective sensation, raced the police to a desperate killer in this rapid, biting tale. Bury Me Deep. Next we have The Passionate, a new Al Wheeler thriller about the international sensation whose books have sold over 21,500,000 copies, which I'm not sure about that, but in twin temptresses out for kicks any way they come, including shrunken heads, corpses, and lady killers. The Passionate. The sizzling brunette collected shrunken heads, but she offered Al Wheeler $5,000 to bring her the live heart of her ex-husband. The Torah redhead collected men, and she offered Al Wheeler her pretty self. The girls were twin sisters, each in her own seductive way was trying to take the tenacious cop's mind off their matched set of corpses. But Al wasn't buying their brand of pleasure, not while he still suspected that their trademark was murder. The Passionate. And next, this is kind of a Ted Nugent. I don't know if that's where they got the band name. Here we have the Amboy Dukes. This book is specially revised and edited for Avon Books. There were no girls too tough for the Dukes to master, no parties too wild for the Dukes to throw, for the Amboy Dukes were one of the wildest and toughest of those hard-boiled young gangs who terrorized Brooklyn's sprawling slums, for whom theft, dope, and mayhem are just the ordinary happenings of any average day. Frank Abbott was just another one of those youthful gangsters, a boy in his teens from a hard-working family who was discovering how much he could get away with until the fateful afternoon when he and his pal killed their first man. Irving Schulman presents this book a powerful picture of today's little-known, streamlined, dead-end kids. And this one sounds very interesting. West Side Story or something. Damn Louis Dukes. And last thing to show you is I like collecting old newspapers and things, and I just happened to find this one today. It's a newspaper article with an interview with Thomas Edison about his newest phonograph, and that's very interesting. This is from March 26, 1921. Old newspaper. And I don't get these framed or anything. I just leave them in this plastic with cardboard, and I put some sticky things on the back and put them up. I got a bunch of these, and I don't feel like paying out mega bucks for some frames. And they're all different sizes, so they would have to be specialty framed or whatever. Like back here, over here, that's Custer's horse at the top, General Custer. And I have one in the back in the bedroom in my room. It's him giving orders to some troops in like 1864. They're woodblock printings, and then there's some old ones back here of this guy says he rode with Quantrill's Raiders and some old Harper's Weeklies, 1850s, 60s, like the way they dress. I just got them because I like the way they dress and stuff back in those days. And up here we have the astronauts getting ready to go on the first moon landing and that type of stuff. And that's it. That's all I have to show. And after this, I'm going to put some photos in of a new toy I have around. Old Jack or whoever. Bubba finally got his 64. It's not a Chevy, but it's a 64. Kind of a just a fun little vehicle for me to drive, like on my days off from work or something. But anyways, I'll get back to you in another video later, and I'll answer my Christmas ones pretty soon, and I'll talk to you all later. Weirdos unite. Calling over and out. And no DAPS.